Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another round of Adoraiju Plays Star Trek Online. This time around, we'll be playing Keep Your Enemies Closer. Valiant warriors are being held by the Federation. The Federation's idea of mercy is to allow our soldiers to rot in a cell instead of seeking an honorable death. I spit upon their mercy. Pooey! We are Klingon. I will allow you to attempt to rescue your fellow warriors from their terrible fate, but you will need cunning to do so. The Federation penal colony is highly guarded. Only Starfleet vessels may approach, but I know where you can acquire a Starfleet Runabout, if you are up to the challenge. Warp to Starbase 157 and capture a Federation Runabout to use in your assault on Federation Penal Colony 47. We will receive the following award, blah blah blah. Yes, we will accept this. Off to Starbase 157. Which apparently is not very far away. According to the map, it is in the Boreth sector. Ah, there we are, right near the Nukara system. How very convenient. Starbase 157 is right over there. It appears that my navigator was off slightly. I will need to have a word with him. Entering Starbase 157 now. As soon as this stinking thing finishes loading, you can always tell when the first thing starts to load and it's very, very slow. That's what is going to take forever. Thankfully, the first 1% is far and away the slowest to load. Actually, the first 3% are far and away the slowest to load. But until then, there's not really much to talk about. Fortunately, I presume there will be much to do in this sector if it's loading such a large area. Out of curiosity, would you prefer that I keep the Klingon voice, or would you prefer I go for the Gorn voice? I suppose I will use the Gorn voice for the rest of the playthrough. So, Starbase 157. If this rescue plan is going to have any chance of success, we'll need to secure a Federation Runabout. Once we have that, we can use it to get to the penal colony in the Gamma Ocana system, but first we need to get past the Federation ships patrolling outside the station. Punch a hole through the Starbase's defenses. Very well. If something as relatively weak as these individuals seem to be, then it will seem that it is no problem at all to do much damage to them. As you can tell. Cause what havoc I need to for these individuals. That particular frigate does not stand a chance. I'm particularly impressed by the fact that those Tholian web mines are doing so much damage to it. Tholian web mines are among the most useful mines that I have seen thus far. They do a great deal of damage, although it takes them a little while to do so. On the other hand, that time that they are dealing out the damage is also time that they are using to trap them. Very helpful, as you can imagine. This particular frigate will not last long. Excellent. This second one over here will not last long either. Simply target. Actually, I think I'll deploy an anti-proton to it while I'm here. Why not, after all? Ow. Okay, who hit me with that? Which has more damage done to it. Well, that one is less damage, but it's also targeted, so it will be my target. Boom, ah, boom, boom, boom. Fortunately, this particular frigate doesn't seem to have much left in the way of its shields. As a matter of fact, I'll target its weapon systems next. After all, that is what is really going to cause us much trouble and pain. Weapons. It all boils down to the same thing in the end. No, you don't. Not going anywhere. I have you in my targeting sights. And you, my friend, will not last long enough to warn the others. As long as there is a Centaur-class frigate before me, well, never mind that thought. We'll need to punch a hole through these defenses. A single Miranda-class frigate will not last long before our power. What is this? The frigate itself is surrounded by a pair of other ships. This is not good. On the other hand, maybe it won't be so difficult to get rid of them first. QED. There goes. At least allow me to strike down this infernal opponent. The Trey Cobalt device will be more than enough, as long as it can strike my opponent and not simply missed. Ugh. So many of them. On the other hand, this one has the most firepower, so I'll simply eliminate that as quickly as I can because the smaller enemies are irritating. This will not take long. Once we eliminate that firepower, there's nothing more to be afraid of. Especially when they've got a tractor beam and a web mine imprisoning them. How very, very inconvenient for them. Oh well, live and learn, or don't. Shikar-class frigate? Not for long. We are a single ship, and yet we are doing far more damage to them than they could ever do to us. Increase this. This will not take very long at all. There. On the other hand, it might be irritating while it does last. Simply to hit you with this and make sure that I can strike you through this hole in your shields. Next. Locked on and firing. One heavy Cry-Cobalt device to the butt coming up. Ships don't have butts, but you get the idea. Stopping that easily. And you are not being stopped that easily. Regrettable. Another Miranda-class frigate. How many of these ships must I destroy? Just enough, I suppose. Doing more damage by the second? Why, yes, I think I will. Enemy shields are down. That is convenient. Target enemy shield generators. And there we go. That's the end of that ship. Starbase 157 is ripe for the taking. How convenient. So. Captain, there is a gap that will allow us to beam aboard the starbase. The away team is standing by, sir. We must hurry. Very well. Actually, what I would like, not so much a doctor, but a pilot. What? Shit, hold on. Unfortunately, it seems that our doctor did not take kindly to being left behind last time. Let's just load him in, too. We'll beam aboard the pilot once we get through. That seems fair enough. I don't know what the heck happened there. Dr. Chufoy, you can be a royal pain in the ass when you mess with the fabric of the universe. On the other hand, thanks for helping me get over the flu last week, so I guess we're even. No, we're not. What is your problem? 229, 230, 240, 40. Wow, that was quick. 4,000. There's Starbase 157.
The starbase has a full complement of runabouts. If we can get a shuttle bay, we should be able to take a runabout off the station in the confusion being caused by our ships in orbit. We'll need to disable the tractor beam and security measures in place at the shuttle bay before we can steal the runabout. Very well. Fortunately, I happen to have an engineer's degree, so that will not be difficult. No, you don't. Hold for still, right there. A light phaser turret? An annoyance at worst. A serious threat at best. Let's see, an ensign medic, an engineer. And now, there were none. Ooh, a large shield charge, there's something. So where are we heading? That's a good question, but it seems that we're to go down this way. Our enemies are up ahead. Support drone is helpful. Fire into this. That was not difficult. So, where is our next opponent? There are a number of individuals in there, but they do not concern us at the moment. Or do they? It appears that the only way to go forward is through the area of most resistance. So... should there be a bunch of bodies here? Ah, we're supposed to take a right. Right there. I'm sorry, I heard a knock. I thought there was somebody at the window. Perhaps a ghost with soulless eyes. Unfortunately, what we have here are Starfleet officers, which are even more aggravating. A medic is always the first to die, for obvious reasons. Then the engineers, as they can create things that will make things very difficult for us. An ensign medic? No more. And a corpse cannot fight. Forward, for the glory of the Empire. Wherever forward takes us. It appears... Ah, excellent. The tractor beam must be in here. Disabling now.
Captain, Starfleet has locked down their computer system, and we need control of their tractor beam to ensure that we can escape with the runabout. We need to find a central command console to bypass their security measures. Engineering is located nearby. We should be able to find a suitable console there.
Thank you for telling me. This is very useful. When you said nearby, you weren't kidding. It's right up ahead. We could have been locked out for ages if we didn't know. So, where is our opponent now? Aha! Ugh. An annoyance. But not an annoyance that would last us long. Increase power, reroute power to shields. Light phaser turret. A combat medic. You are a primary target, my friend. Let's put a disruptor beam turret here. Try to annoy them as much as possible. Federation security officers and engineers are everywhere, but now it seems we... Ooh! Hello, what were you carrying? Personal shield Mark 12. Very nice. Now, disable the tractor beam.
What's this thing do? I've bypassed the security lockout and scrambled the tractor beam controls. It's useless. Now we need to get to the shuttle bay.
Very well. Where is the shuttle bay? It appears that it's most likely on the second floor. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. There's not many places to go from there, but here. Excellent. There's Levar. Unfortunately, it appears that our engineer is still missing. There he is. Hello, Murugan. Surprised to see us? See, fire through the hull at this position. Very good. Well, that hurt, but not nearly as much as it hurt them. Engineering kit Mark 12. Bah! The inventory is full. In that case, we'll simply have to give to some things, get rid of other things. Get rid of this as well. I will not be needing it. Take the engineering kit, but I already have a perfectly good kit, so in the garbage it goes. What is this? It appears to be a small power cell. I'll give it to Nivelle. Why? I don't know. Because she was the first name I clicked on, that's why. So, where are we heading next? It appears we're heading into the corridor to doom. There are a great many enemies here. We need to disable the locking docks before we can depart. The control should be in Shuttle Bay control room. Put a turret here. Reroute power to shields. Get that security officer down. Federation engineers and security officers are everywhere here. For obvious reasons. Fortunately, yeah, Lieutenant Tactical Officer will be a greater threat. Increase this. Put a medical generator back over here. That's them out of the way. Wanted by Section 31, we've defeated 500 Federation officers. Appears that our target is right up here. Ooh, there's a container here, and inside it there's a croissant and a minimum medium shield charge. I bet you never thought I'd ever hear a Gorn say croissant. So where is our target? Must be on the other end of the cargo bay, according to the map. What? Federation shield generator. A minor annoyance. One that did some damage to them. Into the shuttle bay control room. An engineer? Here? Right where the shuttle bays all are? How could that possibly be? Aside from the obvious, of course. Swap, whack, thump, smack, wham. Phaser beam turret indeed. Ensign medic will be dangerous, as long as it's paired with others. But alone, they are merely healers, and healers never last. There is our target. Go to the shuttle bay again. Disable the docking locks first? Very well. Where are the There they are. Excellent. This will not take long. Docking clamps have released. We're ready to leave, Captain. Very good. Now, time to steal a shuttlecraft from the shuttle bay. Where else would you steal a shuttlecraft from anyway, Des Moines? We can depart on your orders, sir. Very well. Leave Starbase 157 inside the shuttlecraft.